Welcome. I am recording in daytime because yesterday, Sunday, lot of classes, so got tired. So slight sound problem will be there. I will talk a bit loudly, but I don't think if you listen correctly, those slight sounds, it does not matter. Okay, now start. 3 important principles, or some people tell that as rules. Okay, whatever you want. Later, when you solve the question, I will tell either 2-force principle, 3-force principle, or 4-force principle, or 2-force rule, 3-force rule, or 4-force rule. Whatever you want. Some short form you will have, which are very useful for method of joints. Of course, understood. If they are applicable, see, any principle you can apply if it is applicable. So understood. So only when it is applicable, useful. See, first 2-force principle. Next, see, this 1, 2, 3 is serial number, but number is one more. First one is 2-force principle. Second one is 3-force. Next is 4 or 2-force principle, 3-force principle, 4-force principle. Don't by heart this number 1, 2, 3. Don't tell 1, 2 and 3. We see if you tell 1, 2 and 3, if you tell 3, people will think 3-force principle. You use 2-force principle, 3-force principle, 4-force principle. Okay. If at any joint there are only 2 forces, only 2, then both of them are equal and opposite. If they are collinear, only 2 forces, they are equal and opposite if they are collinear, whereas, see, whereas is very important, whereas both of them are 0 if they are not collinear. I will explain everything. I will prove it also. Okay, next. Second one, 3-force principle. If at any joint there are only 3 forces, with any 2 of them are collinear, total 3 forces. Among the 3, 2 should be collinear. Any two of them are collinear. Then the collinear forces are equal and opposite, and the other force is 0. Okay. Lastly, 4-force principle. If at any joint there are only 4 forces, with the 2 collinear force system, means 2 forces should be collinear, see, mutually collinear, another 2 should be this way. See, this one collinear to this one collinear to this one. See here, what angle it makes does not matter. With 4 forces with the 2 collinear force system or 2 sets of collinear forces, both are same, 2 sets, then the collinear forces are equal and opposite. Okay, first I will do one thing now. I will prove it here, this side. I am not removing here because lastly you should take one screenshot. That screenshot is very powerful. Okay, see, let it be there. I will prove it and explain also here. I will write this once again later. Lastly, for screenshot purpose, I will write once again. See, first one, 2-force principle. 2-force principle. I don't know why the color is coming red here. See, if at any joint there are only 2 forces, see, randomly take here. 1 force, say, take this way, P1. Any angle, take one more force, see, P2. Let me go going away, P2. Any angle, see, take the joint. Let it be angle, some angle. See, there is no restriction for angle. Alpha 1 and alpha 2. Don't tell theta all. Alpha 1, alpha 2. Okay, that's all. Here, see, note what happened here. P1 and P2 are not collinear. Not collinear. So then, see, whereas both of them are 0 if they are not collinear. I am first proving this one now. See, you take sigma h 0. What happens? See, now resolution, you should do it. Plus P1 cos alpha 1 plus P2 cos alpha 2 equal to 0. Equation number 1. Sigma V equal to 0. Plus P1 sin alpha 1 minus P2 sin alpha 2 equal to 0. Equation number 2. Over. That's all. Proved. Now make a note here. All right. We get two simultaneous equations. There's a rule in mathematics. When any number of unknowns for a simultaneous equation, left hand side are what? The variables with the coefficients. Right hand side is constant. The constant on the right hand side should be some value should be there. See, or at least one of the equation there should be a value. See, on the right hand side, see, everywhere value can come. Some value is there. But requirement, if you want to really solve, on the right hand side, at least one value should be there. If everywhere RHS is 0, you need not bother, then the variables are 0 directly. You write statement, therefore, I put it P1 equal to 0, P2 equal to 0. Over. See, a solution does not have solution if all the constants are 0. The only solution is that then all variables are 0. See, suppose you have 2x plus 3y equal to 0, 4x plus 8y equal to 0. No, x equal to 0, y equal to 0. But if you got 2x plus 3y equal to 0, no problem. 8x minus 7y equal to something is there, then the solution is there. So that much mathematics required. Okay, over. Now, or, see, I proved what? Now I proved both of them are 0 if they are not collinear. Now see, if collinear, see now, second one, if collinear, any angle, see, randomly take here. See, you take one of them is P1 this way, other you take this way P2. See, put an angle here, horizontal line here, okay. Let it be any angle alpha. If that is alpha, this also alpha only. See, if that is alpha, this also alpha. Why? Because this is collinear. Okay, now start. Sigma h equal to 0, anything will do. When you make sigma h equal to 0, right side positive, plus P1 cos alpha minus P2 cos alpha equal to 0. Okay, cos alpha will get cancelled. Therefore, P1 minus P2 equal to 0. Therefore, P1 equal to P2. See, P1 equal to P2 collinear. Or sigma V0 also will do. You write yourself only. See, P1 sin alpha plus minus P2 sin alpha equal to 0. Sin alpha will cancel. P1 minus P2 equal to 0. P1 equal to P2. This is proof for 2-force principle. Okay, now come for 3-force principle. I am not removing because there is a final screenshot. Okay, now second one. 3, I put 3 this way, by if I put this way more easy to, okay, here I will put 3. 3-force principle. See, when you prove, you should not take horizontal vertical, direct forces. Okay. See, if at any joint there are only 3 forces, right here, let what? P1, P2 and P3 be the 3 forces acting at a joint, and let any 2, let this be collinear. See, what is the condition? Let be collinear. See, condition, if at any joint there are only 3 forces, with any 2 of them being any 2, we will take P1, P2 collinear. P3 may be anywhere. See now. See, this is a sketch. I will remove this one now. See, you put randomly here. Any inclined angle is a joint. you take P1 like this and take P2 because you know it's collinear, P1 opposite, and P3 take whatever you want, whatever way. This is P3. Now, let it be angle alpha, some angle alpha. Theta I am not using for some reason. Let it be angle alpha because theta we usually use with horizontal. Okay, let it be alpha. Note, alpha can be anything. If P1 is this way, alpha can be 90, any angle. See, even for P1, P2 also no restriction. They can be inclined. See, P1, P2 can be inclined. You can make one thing, make a note here. You let the P1, P2 be make an angle theta with horizontal. So there is no relation here. See, then see, now you require one concept. See, you consider two mutually perpendicular axes here, reference. Only this question you require what? That extra concept of xx, yy inclined. So now no sigma h here. Take xx here. Along this P1, P2 to xx, perpendicular, take yy. Okay, now see here. That is, your P1 is like this, P2 is like this. I assume this way. And P3, any angle. This is P3. See. Now surely this angle is alpha. Alpha. Now you resolve along xx and yy. See, this component is cos, this component is sine. Now see, referring to xx, yy. So right here, sigma, directly make sigma fy equal to 0 first. Sigma fy equal to 0. What you get? See, plus P3 sine alpha, plus P3 sine alpha, then, oh, P1, P2 are directly along xx. P1, P2 has no y component. Therefore, that's all equal to 0. Sine alpha cannot be 0. Sine alpha is 0 only if alpha is 0 degrees. See, for any random angle, sine alpha, see, sine alpha is not equal to 0. Therefore, only chance is what? Therefore, P3 equal to 0. Okay, you got the answer. See, the force which is not collinear. See, I told 3 forces, with any two of them collinear, then the collinear forces are equal and opposite, and the other force means that non-collinear force is 0. Okay, got it. Now, sigma fx equal to 0. Start. Here see, take upward positive. Here take right side positive. Here see. Plus P1 directly, no component. Plus P1 minus P2, then plus P3 cos alpha equal to 0. But P3 equal to 0, already you got it. See, P3 0. Therefore, only possibility is P1 minus P2 equal to 0. Therefore, your P1 equal to P2. Therefore, the non-collinear force is 0 and the collinear forces are equal and opposite. Okay. Now the proof for last one. See, when I proved, I did not consider force to be horizontal vertical. Finally, I will tell everything by sketches there to make clear. And later, I will apply it. Okay, see, 4 force principle, 3. 4 force principle. See there. 4 force principle statement is any joint there are only 4 forces randomly. Right here, statement you should write. See, I am dictating. Let P1, P2, P3, P4, let see P1, P2, P3 and P4 be the forces. Among them, let what? P1 and P2 are collinear and P3 and P4 are also collinear. Collinear. See, 2 collinear force system. Okay. Write this statement. I am rubbing now. Those who are serious, they should write everything. Listen up to here and write. Okay, start now. Then you randomly take one line here. Any angle. See, with the horizontal, some angle theta. Okay. Take a joint here. I'll use red color now for understanding. See, let it be P1. You know that other is P2, collinear. See, P2. These are the two collinear. Another one, you see, P2. Here, P2. Another one, take any random. See, no restriction. Any random way. See, this is P3. This is P4. P4. Over. Now, put this sketch. See, even this can be perpendicular also. There is no, see, there is no rule. Let this angle be alpha. So therefore, see, this way. See, you can rotate this way. See, make a note here. He used pens. See, he used 2 pens. Okay, this way, see. This way and this way. You can rotate whatever way you want here, or you can rotate like this. You can rotate individual sets or rotate the system also, no problem. Now see, write this way. Now proof. Now, as per the theorem, what? P1 equal to P2, P3 equal to P4. For that, see now, proof. When you want to prove, you write here, see. Now, write one more sketch. To save the time, you should write one more sketch. You take this as XX, see, this as XX, perpendicular as YY. 1 minute now, I'll check the camera. I'll just check the camera once. Okay. Take any one as XX, other YY. Okay, now, see, this is alpha. Alpha is any angle. Okay, now see what happens now. Go for, see, first go for sigma Fy equal to 0. See, if that is alpha, this also alpha. Okay. Sigma Fy 0, take this way positive. See now. See, if I resolve the component here, see, cos, sine, see here, this one, along the axis, see, this is cos, this is sine. This all you know it. So start. Sigma Fy 0 plus P3 sin alpha plus P3 sin alpha minus P4 sin alpha, P4 sin alpha equal to 0. Do one thing, sin alpha gets cancelled, or divide throughout by sin alpha. What you get? P3 minus P4 equal to 0. Oh, therefore, your P3 becomes equal to P4. P3 equal to P4. One answer came. So what you got now? We got P3 equal to P4, we got. Okay. I remove this one now. Space is not there. I can't go there. Now, sigma Fx equal to 0. Take this way positive. See here. P1 cos alpha, now P1 will come. Plus, sorry, not P1 cos alpha. Directly plus P1 minus P2, see, plus P1 minus P2 plus P3 cos alpha minus P4 cos alpha equal to 0. But we know that P3 equal to P4. Already you got it. See, just now we got. See, right here. But we know that P3 equal to P4. Therefore, P1 minus P2 plus, if you write P3 cos alpha minus your P4 also equal to P3. P3 cos alpha, because P4 equal to P3. You can write P3 equal to P4 or P4 equal to P3, 0. P3 cos alpha minus P3 cos alpha will cancel. Therefore, you will get P1 minus P2 equal to 0. Therefore, your P1 equal to P2. Oh, now you got P1 equal to P2. That is the theorem. See here, rule. two collinear forces are equal and opposite. P1 equal to P2, P3 equal to P4. Remember, only 4 forces. Okay, everything over. Now I will give you final summary, and also this statement I will maintain on the board, and I will give you examples also, and I will explain. That I will do one thing now. I will put plenty of sketches here. Something I will write here. That is what you have to keep in mind. You take a screenshot of not this one, the last one. I will tell you. Take this screenshot and preserve with you in a separate paper. Attach it to your notes. Whenever you require this principle, if applicable, you can fluently apply it. Okay, I will write first. I hope sound disturbance is not that much. Even if it is that much, do one thing. You worry about the subject. That's all. See, if I don't record in the morning now, early morning, today evening I can't upload. I don't want to break it. Okay. Now, you should take screenshot of this one. But now, your work is not over. After taking screenshot, you take a big paper. There you write everything. Something you have to add. Here no place. See, I'll dictate here. Now, final summary with examples. For 3, I already wrote earlier, but now I can't write. Space is not there. For 3 important, either you can call it principles or rules. Namely, right there, right here. 1, 2 force principle, 2, 3 force principle, 4, 3, 4 force principle. Then, right, note, for all 3 principles, see, sometime 2 force, sometime 3 force, sometime 4 force. Only that much number of forces. For all 3 principles, the term force means either external force on the joint or support reaction of joint on that member for that joint, or force acting on joint from a member. So, that is, you write here, the sketch you are writing when you consider equilibrium of the joint. So, therefore, right here, note, further note, never bother whether that force is unknown force, unknown member force, or already a known member force from some other joint transferred. Answer came some other joint, or it is an external force, or it is support reaction, or see, finally, what all the forces you consider in method of joint, I explained thoroughly for equilibrium, all the forces. So there is these 3 force means they are not member forces. Everything acting for that joint. So here the term force means it can be a force on the joint from a member, or external force, or reaction. And also note, at any joint, if there is a member force which is already found to be 0, sometime when you solve other joint 0, then that member force will not be considered. Suppose there are 4 forces are there. One of them you already got 0 from other joint. Skip it. So you get 3. So 3 valid forces. Okay. Write that note. Now, write the statement. Already explained. Write the statement side by side. See examples here. See. Any joint, if there are only 2 forces here, P1, P2, both of them are equal and opposite if they are collinear. See here, collinear. P1 equal to P2. If P1 is this way, P2 this way. Or, see, incoming, outgoing, acting to the joint, away from the joint does not matter. Here. Also right here. It does not matter whether they are acting towards the joint or acting away from the joint, and also does not matter the angle of inclination. No, nothing. Only, see, two forces. See here, collinear, P1 equal to P2, opposite. See here, collinear. Both are equal, P1 equal to P2, and see, over here, see, again collinear. Does not matter incline. If P1 here, see, collinear, P1 equal to P2, opposite. Now see here, that is one part. Other one is, both of them are zero if they are not collinear. See here, oh, not collinear, both are zero. Not collinear, both are zero. Incoming, outgoing does not matter. Okay. Now, here, three force principle. What is principle? Three forces. Two of them are collinear. It does not matter whether those two are horizontal or vertical or inclined, nothing like that. See here, I have put horizontal here, P1, P2. These are collinear, this is other. This 90 degrees is not required. It is not a rule. Other force, see here, collinear forces are equal and opposite. What you get here? Here you get, see, it is P2. P1 equal to P2, P3 equal to 0. See here, collinear forces, these two. This is other force. Collinear are P1 equal to P2, equal and opposite, P3 0. Or see, for example, one more. Suppose, see, P1, one more here, P2, randomly P3. Okay, again same thing, right here, same statement. What? P1 equal to P2, P3 equal to 0. So, two of them are collinear, other can be anything. The collinear are equal and opposite, other is 0. Four force principle, see, this way. Any angle, see, you can rotate, you write here, any angle, see, imagine two are horizontal, two are vertical. Incoming, outgoing does not matter. Okay, see, here, P1, P2 are collinear, P3, P4 are collinear. So, P1 equal to P2, P3, suppose this P3 is this way, you can't apply. I told if applicable condition, two collinear force system, among the four, it should have two collinear force system or two sets of collinear forces. Here, P1 collinear to P2, P3 collinear to P4. So, P1 equal to P2, P3 equal to P4, equal and opposite. See here, randomly. This is one cell collinear set. This is other collinear. See, incoming, outgoing does not matter. Here, see, these two are collinear, P1, P2. P1 equal to P2, see, equal and opposite. These two are collinear, P3 equal to P4. This is the rules we will use in method of joint. And make a note lastly. What we will do is somewhere make a note. Later in method of joint, somewhere you note. Here write note. Also extra add. What we will do is I will use 2FP, 3FP and 4FP. See, I cannot waste time every problem writing. We know that by two force principle, if there are etc., no. So in future, whenever I am applying two force principle, I will use short form 2FP. Some people call two force rule. I will use principle. Okay. If I write 2FP later, this one. If I put 3FP later, this one. If I put 4FP later, that one. So remember, when I go further, maybe one question I will write. We have by two force principle or three force principle or four force principle. Then onwards, I will save the time. I will write 2FP, 3FP or 4FP. If people will write that way and later ask what is the 2FP means, I will tell same statement what I used to tell every day. My class is not suitable for you. So now you take a screenshot here, write everything little, one full drawing sheet, right? See, very, very important for competitive examination. Remember, very important for so many examination, in competitive examination, they give a frame and tell me to how many zero force members are there. In the class for competitive examination, I will do it here. I am uploading that class also later. Classes meant only for competitive examination of objective type. not essay type. Essay type means this one. See, engineering service, one paper is objective type, one paper is essay type, or what it is called, there is a name for that one. Regular exam. Regular exam, 4 marks, 5 marks, 10 marks, 15 marks will be there. Traditional question paper. That is our course. But objective questions are there. Tick the answer. For that I am planning separate classes meant for objective. But remember, only for structure engineering. I will cover mechanics, some centropeteals, structural analysis, then some stiffness and flexibility part of matrix method they are asking. Finite element will not come there. Then RCC, steel and pre-stress concrete. RCC working stress method, limit state method, and also steel, and that with big one compact full course meant only for competitive examination covering structural engineering subject. Usually in examinations, see, out of 100 marks, I can't guarantee. So many competitive examination, sometime number of marks which come with number of questions or marks for structural engineering part will exceed 30. 30 marks is a huge mark. See, soil mechanics, hydraulics, fluid mechanics, survey, material science, etc. will be there. Concrete technology, environmental, PHE, that will be there. That you study. But 30 marks. And one more thing, people find difficulty for structures only. They manage other subject. But there you have to remember something, especially surveying or then public health, highway engineering, material property, all you have to remember. Soil mechanics, fluid mechanics, that you have to, it is like structures only, you have to study. That is not my field. So 30 marks is a huge marks. If you answer all the 30 marks in a competitive examination, you are likely to be topper. You don't know. Because so many cannot answer. You may likely to be topper in that time. So therefore, remember, these are all for what? These are all for very important for competitive examination also. So take a screenshot first, then take a drawing sheet, write everything neatly, what all I told, extra also write there, and also you make this note in future what I will use, and something else I told you. So when you consider the force means it can be any force. Little earlier something I told class here, that also write and preserve with you for future reference. Okay, thank you. We'll meet in the next class.